A warm welcome to all of you joining us at Silverstone today as the grid begins to form up for what we hope will be another phenomenal race. It's time for the British Grand Prix. With good opportunities to overtake at the end of the Wellington and Hangar Straights, there's a lot of potential for close action around the 3.6 miles of Silverstone Circuit. With 18 corners and average lap speeds of around 145 miles per hour, it's also one of the longest and quickest circuits on the calendar. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he'll start from pole position, with Charles Leclerc alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Sainz, Perez, George Russell and Ocon, Fernando Alonso, Tsunoda, Gasly and Lando Norris, Bottas, Magnussen, Mick Schumacher and Ricciardo, Joe, Albon, Sebastian Vettel and Lance Stroll, Latifi and Lewis Hamilton rounds off the grid. With preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track. Anthony Davidson is with me once again to take you through today's action. And we have plenty of twists and turns to come over the next hour or so, I'm sure. Why don't we kick off by discussing Max Verstappen?
Well, it was a really impressive lap in qualifying to get pole position, but are they going to be able to hold on to the lead into the first corner with so many quick starters around them? And let's see who's able to keep their tyres in that temperature sweet spot early on. You've got a great tyre warmer underneath your right foot, and the drivers need to make the most of that on the formation lap, lest they see themselves skating wide at turn 1 on cold rubber.
Here we go then, the formation lap gets underway and the excitement here is building as we near ever closer to the start of the race. Which team will come out on top? Who's got their strategies right for today's race? Well, we'll soon find out. We're almost ready to start the race as the cars take their positions on the grid, with the drivers and teams making their final preparations.
P15. You're in P15. That's Schumacher just ahead. Push for the position. Less than a second separates you. They're on fresh softs. Okay, shoes behind you now. They're on fresh softs. Pit window opens in 12 laps time. 12 laps. Nice move, good job. Okay, DRS is now available. Vettel's behind. They're on fresh softs. Their tyres are 2 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. And the time last lap was a 1 minute 36.6. Okay, Magnussen ahead. Okay, the gap is less than a second. They're on fresh mediums. Their tyres are 2 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. The last lap time was a 1:36.5. Good job. You're gaining by a full second a lap at the moment. Lap at this point in time is a 1 minute 34.2. Teammate by 4.2 seconds. Norris just ahead, push for the position. Okay, gap ahead is 0.9 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. Okay, they've got 4 laps on their tyres. We think they've got one more stop. Time last lap was a 1:35.9. And you're closing by 0.4 a lap. Keep it going. manoeuvre. You made it look so easy. Ahead. Our gap to the car in front is 2.8 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Their tyres are 5 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. And the time last lap was a 1 minute 35.8. Less than a second separates you. They're on old mediums. Their tyres are 8 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. Your last lap time was a 1:35.3. This is excellent stuff. You're closing in by 7/10 a lap. nice overtake. Alonso's ahead of you. Okay, gap to the car ahead is 0.8 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. Their tyres are 9 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. Time last lap was a 1 minute 35.4. Alright, you're falling back by 1/10 a lap. Sat in 6th. Ocon ahead, and gap to the car in front is 1.5 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. Alonso behind you now. Okay, they're on old softs. Okay, so gap to the leader is 11.7 seconds. We're increasing our gap on the car behind by around a second a lap. Okay, be careful, we think you're going to start losing some tyre grip anytime now. for now. Keep taking care of them. Ocon's in the pits. We're going to box this lap and push hard on the in-lap. Okay, George is ahead of you. Okay, gap ahead is 2.4 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. Their tyres are 13 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. And the time last lap was a 1:35.3.
No, stay up.
Hey man.
No, sorry. Okay, just go.
I was at the entry, man.
George is in the pits. He's in the pits now. Front is 3.8 seconds. Pitting this lap then, come into the pits at the end of this lap.
And away we go, and that was a very nice stop. No problems, very smooth for Hamilton.
one stop to go, just one stop left in this strategy. Okay, you're in ninth position. Okay, gap to the car ahead is 2.7 seconds. Okay, they're on fresh hards. Ocon's behind you. Okay, the gap is less than a second. Okay, they're on fresh hards. Our gap to first place is 41.5 seconds. Your pit window doesn't open for more than 20 laps. 37 laps to go. Front is 3.1 seconds. Currently the fastest lap is at 1 minute 34.0. That was the fastest lap of the race. Keep this up. Well done. Magnussen's ahead of you. Okay, gap ahead is 11.1 seconds. They're on old mediums. Car behind is George. Okay, they're on fresh hards. Okay, gap to leader, 39.4 seconds. Your pit window doesn't open for more than 20 laps. 34 laps to go. Behind you. Okay, the gap behind is 1.4 seconds. Okay, they're on fresh hards. Their tyres are 5 laps old. Your last lap time was a 1:35.2. So we're leading our teammate by 3.1 seconds. Okay, Magnussen ahead. Our gap to the car in front is 5.5 seconds. They're on old mediums. They've done 21 laps on those tyres. We think they've got one more stop. Time last lap was a 1:36.0. You're gaining by 2 seconds a lap. Amazing. Pushing. We need to 5-second gap to the car ahead. Nice move, keep going. Sonoda ahead. Okay, gaps in the car ahead is 1.7 seconds. They're on old mediums. Their tyres are 24 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. And the time last lap was a 1:35.8. You're gaining by 2 seconds a lap. Amazing. Verstappen's ahead of you, and gap to the car in front is 7.2 seconds. Okay, they're on old hard tyres. Their tyres are 12 laps old. Your last lap time was a 1 minute 34.5. And you're closing by 0.4 a lap. Keep it going. Gap ahead is 6.6 seconds. No tyre concerns at the moment, just focus on the driving. Gap to the car in front is 5.7 seconds. 5 seconds. Gap to your teammate behind is 11.1 seconds. Verstappen ahead, and gap to the car in front is 4.5 seconds. Okay, they're on old hard tyres. Their tyres are 17 laps old. Time last lap was a 1:34.1. This is excellent stuff. You're closing in by 7/10 a lap. Drivers in the pits. Verstappen's ahead of you. Okay, gap ahead is 4.6 seconds. Okay, they're on old hard tyres. George is in the car behind you, and the gap behind us is 11.7 seconds. Okay, they're on old hard tyres. The distance to the leader is 22.0 seconds. Your pit window opens in 8 laps time. 21 laps to go. You're in second place. It's Verstappen ahead. Our gap to the car in front is 4.3 seconds. Okay, they're on old hard tyres. Leclerc is behind you. Okay, so the gap to the car behind is 7.8 seconds. Okay, they're on fresh hards. Your pit window will be open in 7 laps time. You've got 20 laps left until the end. Verstappen's ahead of you. Okay, gap to the car ahead is 4.1 seconds. Okay, they're on old hard tyres. They've done 21 laps on those tyres, and the time last lap was a 1 minute 33.9. This is great stuff. We're gaining by 0.3 a lap. Good work. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 13.3 seconds.
Close that gap as much as you can. It's hammer time.
Tyre condition still looking good. Worry about the tyre condition for now, everything's looking good. second a lap on the car behind. Really good stuff. Be aware, there's an incident in the next part of the track. No overtaking through the yellow flags. Okay, we're approaching the pit window. You're going to be on softs. It's Verstappen ahead, and gap to the car in front is 2.9 seconds. Okay, they're on old hard tyres. Their tyres are 24 laps old. Your last lap time was a 1:33.7. Okay, so you're gaining by around 0.6 a lap. Gaining on the car in front, try to keep up this momentum. The car behind is dropping back by about 0.3 a lap. Well done. Out of the race. Caution, caution. Someone's come off ahead of you. There's a yellow flag ahead. Okay, we want you to pit this lap, so push now, push. Verstappen's ahead of you. Okay, gap ahead is 2.3 seconds. Okay, they're on old hard tyres. They've done 26 laps on those tyres. Time last lap was a 1 minute 33.5. And you're closing by 4/10 a lap. Keep it going. Lap of the race. You're increasing the gap on the car behind by 5/10 a lap. It's Verstappen ahead. Our gap to the car in front is 2.1 seconds. Okay, they're on old hard tyres. Okay, they're on 28 lap old tyres. And the time last lap was a 1:33.2. Okay, so you're gaining by 1/10 a lap. Well done. Okay, you sat in P2. Verstappen's ahead of you. Okay, gap to the car ahead is 1.8 seconds. Okay, they're on old hard tyres. Leclerc behind. Our gap behind is 12.7 seconds. Your pit window's now open. Pit window is open. Okay, we're into the last 10 laps now. dropping due to wear, so don't be too aggressive. You should be feeling the effects of some tyre wear soon, so stay on your toes. That was the fastest lap of the race so far. Large group of slower cars just ahead. If you want to pit, we're close to a window. Gap on the car behind by 5/10 a lap. but that was the fastest lap of the race so far. Careful, the tyres have deteriorated significantly at this point. Laps of fuel remaining. Nice work, mate. That brings you up a place. Verstappen behind you now. Less than a second separates you. Okay, they're on old hard tyres. Your pit window is open. Pit window currently open. 2 laps left. Next time by will be your final lap. idiot! What an idiot!
It's turned in on me.
Okay, we've got 4 laps of fuel remaining. Okay, this is your final lap of the race.
climb out of the car, the Red Bull team are ready and waiting to celebrate a thoroughly deserved win. Anthony, tell me, what was it that helped them achieve this success?
Well, this was a real team victory. They put together a solid strategy today that appeared well suited to the conditions out on track. The driver did everything that was expected of them in the moment to really execute the team's plan to perfection, a shining example of how F1 really is a team sport.
Red Bull put up an outstanding fight for the front position today, and it's great to see it paid off for them. They do so much for the sports that you can't help but be delighted by today's race win. So, Anthony Davidson, who would you rank as your driver of the day?
It's got to be Lewis Hamilton. I mean, he pulled off some impressive feats out on the track today, even by his standards.
Well, what an end to another fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who joined us, and we'll see you for the next one.